This is an example of the brain-rotting hive mind. One of my Facebook friends, a staunch conservative, heavy Trump supporter, who also happens to be in a same-sex marriage, which in of itself is mind-boggling to me, posted this on her Facebook feed, which I then saw. Here's what it says. The amount of people on this platform who are arguing for the validity of a Kamala Harris candidacy for president is astounding. Gonna sit here and tell the world that you're okay with delegates and superdelegates appointing your candidate when you never had a say in the matter, and then have the audacity to tell me that I don't know how the American government works? Absolutely mind-blowing. You will believe anything they put in front of you. You will repeat anything they whisper in your ear. The lack of critical thinking skills is beyond comprehension. Hell, the lack of common sense. It's amazing people can even cross the street and survive. I hadn't heard of this guy, Chad Prather or Prather, before, but as you can see, he has a lot of followers. It's ironic that he states the lack of critical thinking skills is beyond comprehension, which is funny because while he may be using critical thinking, I found little evidence of it in this post, but he's most assuredly not using facts. The good thing about facts is we can look those up. So we're going to go do that together. And we're going to focus on the thesis of his argument, which is the validity of a Kamala Harris candidacy for president. His reasoning, and I quote, "You're going to sit here and tell the world that you're okay with delegates and superdelegates appointing your candidate when you never had a say in the matter." To be fair to Chad, he seems to be unknowingly arguing how things should work. Unfortunately, not how they actually work. So let's look up how things actually work when it comes to choosing a candidate for president. This is from the PBS website, which discusses how the process actually works. And it reads, although voters across the country cast ballots for their preferred presidential candidate during the presidential primary season, it's actually the delegates to the national party conventions who select the presidential nominees for each major party. Much like in a general election where a candidate needs a majority of votes in the Electoral College to win the White House, in the primaries, candidates need a majority of delegate votes at the convention to win the party's presidential nomination. Winning the popular vote in a primary or caucus may give a candidate bragging rights and media attention, but it's the candidate who accumulates the majority of delegates who ultimately advance to the general election. So, this is civics 101. The delegates for both major political parties choose their candidates for the presidency in this way. The more you know. The most alarming part about this is I read through the comments section and I failed to find a single person mentioning the facts of the matter, mentioning how we actually choose candidates for presidency, which is more proof that we should be following facts and not people.